What's going on, Ronin fam? It's been a minute. Wanted to make a quick video on how you can use DeFi on Ronin to maximize your raffle allocation for the upcoming Grand Arena by Moku. If you're not familiar with Grand Arena, it's launching this month and they're having a booster pack sale, pre-sale, starting tomorrow. It's a lossless lottery, so you can commit as much RON as you want for it. If you win, great. If you lose, you get your money back, full refund. They actually have a secondary loop where with your lost tickets, you can go into like a shop and also buy things, and they will all be worth the same or more than your tickets. So it's like two chances, and both of them you basically can't lose, or you can get your refund. But anyways, I'll let you read the details into it. But if you already know about Grand Arena and you're already trying to position how you're going to get as many tickets as possible so that you can hopefully win one of the booster packs, this is one of the ways where you can get some extra RON for relatively cheap without changing too much of your portfolio. And it's using Compound. So what I'm going to show you right now is how you can borrow RON so that you can commit to the campaign, hopefully win. Whatever you don't win, you pay back the loan. Whatever you do win, you can choose to do whatever you want with it. You can keep the packs, you can flip the packs. Personally, I think they're going to like 3x on launch, but not financial advice. Or you can just kind of do whatever you want. Of course, you can normally commit RON, but you can also commit borrowed RON. So here's how it will go. So you got to go on Compound, so compound.finance. This is the lending platform that's being used on Ronin. It's being used on a lot of different chains, but it's already integrated with Ronin. If I want to show you real quick, you can look at the markets. Yes, you can look at the markets and you can see there's some for Ethereum, Optimism, Unichain, Polygon, and you have Ronin. So with this, it shows that you can either borrow ETH or you can borrow RON. You can borrow RON. So, and it shows you what type of collateral you can put up. But actually, we're gonna get straight to that. So go to the dashboard. Make sure you're on Ronin and RON because that's what you want to borrow. These are the three assets that you can put up on Compound so that you can borrow RON. And as you can see, to borrow RON is 1.87%. So that's how much you're going to get charged, which is pretty cheap if you're only going to borrow it for 1 week. I don't know how much that calculates to, but divide this by like 52 and that's how much you're going to get charged. What you got to do is put up some collateral. So for my example, I have some ETH. So I'm going to put up some ETH, but you can also put up your AXS. So you can unstake your AXS, park it in here for a week, or you can actually even put USDC. So I'm going to put 1 ETH and I'm going to add it as collateral. So let me get that going. Oh, my own face is in the way here. Confirm. Let that transaction go through. And now with this 1 ETH of collateral, it's going to show me how much I can borrow in RON. A cool thing while this is pending, okay, I could see my 1 ETH just went on my phone. I'll refresh real quick. So I have my 1 ETH as collateral, and now I can click borrow RON. Now the maximum RON I can borrow is 7,186. If I was to put that, I'll be at full borrowing capacity. Now with like the price fluctuations, I don't suggest doing that, especially that RON might go up in price if more and more people are buying it. So let me clear that. And perhaps I will borrow 5,000. So I'll add that in and look at that. That's pretty safe at 65%. I click submit transaction, confirm it, and this RON will come in my wallet. Now this is a RON that I'm going to commit to the sale for 1 week, hopefully win something. And when that's done, pay this back and I can take my ETH right back. So you can do this with ETH. You can do this with AXS. You can even do this with USDC. I see the notification on my phone. I should have more RON. Let me click refresh right here from 677 to 5,677. So boom, I have RON. I am ready to go for the Moku Grand Arena pre-sale tomorrow. A cool thing that I want to add, which I don't see how this is not going to get used, but you saw recently that it costs 1.6% to borrow RON. Because of the Merkl campaign, so if you're familiar with Merkl, there is a reward campaign for borrowing RON right now. And you're actually getting paid 20% to borrow RON, which means the 1% I'm paying, sure, I'm going to have to pay it, a little bit. But if I go to Merkl, I'm going to actually be earning 20%. So I'm actually earning 19% in APY to borrow Ron so that I can participate in Moku. And if I win in that, then what I think will 3x the Ron that I've borrowed. So there's some math to it. There's some, of course, considerations and some risks. Things are going to adjust. Percentages are going to adjust because I can't see nobody doing this. Because otherwise, like if a whale doesn't step in and just do a massive borrow, then there's a lot of opportunity for a lot of people. I'll probably park even more funds, borrow heavily, and then just try to get one of these tickets. I see this thing pretty much blowing up. So it's very likely that this percentage is going to drop to like 16, 15, maybe even down to 12. And it's also likely that the borrowing rate of Ron is also going to go up. So you do want to keep an eye out for that. But it is a good way to increase your chances of winning without costing too much. Because at the end of the day, all you got to do is pay the fee and claim the rewards. Now, just before I close up, you go on Merkl. When you're on your dashboard, you can see the Ron you can claim. I've actually been borrowing Ron for quite some time. And so I have $83 of Ron to claim. So this is going to continue to go up as I have borrowed Ron, again, while we're waiting for the raffle results to get in. Just wanted to share that. If you don't know how to if you're not part of the Ronin ecosystem and this is something that you want to look into, a lot of people ask, how do you bridge to Ronin? You can obviously use the native bridge if you're going from Ethereum to Ronin, but I like to either use Relay or Layer Swap. Both of them are connected to Ronin and let you transfer a lot of tokens. So give them also a look, because this would be a fast way. With the CCIP bridge, it takes about 20 minutes to bridge, though it is relatively cheap. You just got to pay for gas, and Layer Swap and Relay are good if you're bringing funds from other chains. So like non-ETH chains, other L2s, I would say use one of these. If you guys have any questions, drop them below. Definitely check out Grand Arena, coming soon. And I think it's a hidden opportunity. That's what I think. I'll be participating. Let me know if you are. Cheers, everybody.